What an absolutely insane week so far, and it's only Tuesday. I can't even begin to imagine what the rest of the week's gonna look like. So yesterday we had this huge pump all the way up. We started to create this resistance area. We had this huge move. We sold off all the way back down. We held this key area of support, which was a pre-market high, turns into low support. And we came back up, we rejected this area for a second time. So what was I watching for today? I was watching for us to reject in this area and come back down to at least these lows to this previous support. But as you can see, we got an absolute flush all the way through down to this other previous support area. This previous support area comes from a huge double bottom from last week. So the trade that I took today was, so we rejected here. Obviously the best entry would have been up here. I did not get this entry. It kind of double topped, but that was after chopping for a majority of the morning. And something that I like to really focus on and keep in mind is when you get this kind of chop, usually this consolidation means there's going to be a big move at some point throughout the day. Now, this is not guaranteeing that it's going to go down or go up or that there will be this big of a move. But in general, the common trend that I've seen is if we chop, we chop, we chop. Once we get toward that first 30 minutes, like this first 30-minute area, we'll get like a consistent move. And we've seen this to the upside and the downside. So when I entered was right in this area. We had this little kind of uptrend going, and I really like to do these uptrends because it gives me a good entry and exit, and it allows me to have a little bit better of risk management, because if we would have just dropped and then reclaimed back up, I would have got out of my short. So I hopped in 2 NASDAQ contracts short in this area, anticipating the break at these lows for the day. And the initial target was right around here. I do believe I took one off in this area. And then something I've been working on is holding my trades a little bit longer. So we get this huge flush, and a lot of people would just flatten or exit out, anticipating that, this huge flush is not going to keep going. I was able to stay in my trade because we had this initial bounce. So we flushed, we came back down, and we kind of held in this area a little bit. But then notice we had on the 5-minute chart here, a lower high, and even this candle was a lower high, and we're all below the 9 EMA. So for me, this was signaling a downtrend. And I also noticed on the VIX, the volatility index, that it was starting to curl up to try to get back above that 19.6 level and head toward 20. So this is the confluence that I look for. And what did we do? We got this flush all the way down. I was able to lock in $2,428 to finish this challenge today, and that was only using 2 NASDAQ contracts. Obviously, you don't get this insane price movement every day, and that's why it's important to always focus on your risk management, use smaller position sizing, and just try to enter and exit trades where it makes sense based off your strategy. Don't just instantly FOMO in because of a price movement, because there's probably a lot of traders today that blew their accounts in this area. They missed out on this initial plunge, and then maybe they got short here trying to anticipate the breakdown and got crushed. FOMO, a lot of no longer trading to their setups and their plan because of these huge moves. Your emotions get in the way, and that's how prop firms are able to make a ton of money off of traders. And this is something that I think not a lot of people focus on. Trader psychology is this huge buzzword. However, it's really just the emotions, allowing the market to influence your emotions so you don't see things clearly. Because if you have a back-tested strategy, all it really comes down to is your risk management. If you consistently follow your risk management and you have a back-tested strategy that works, you will make money in the long run. However, if you let a day like today absolutely destroy your account, which a lot of people possibly did. Maybe people actually anticipated us to have another rally for all-time highs, because a common setup, okay, we double top here. Usually if we come back up into this area, we can get a bit of curl. And if we get that curl, we probably could have shot up a couple hundred points. However, don't let your daily bias influence your decision. If you see these top wicks right here, and you see a top wick right here, that means sellers are present. And if you go back and you plot your weekly levels, you can see, okay, there has consistently been sellers in this area. So you could enter a short with stops over the highs, and it'll give you a kind of like a good risk to reward, because you can at least target these support from the pre-market or even from yesterday. So yeah, just wanted to give an update. I am excited to start trading the express funded account with Topstep, as I am no longer with Apex due to the rules and being denied payout for random different things like contract inconsistencies. I'm not here to bash any prop firms. That's just my experience. I was denied a payout and that just left a bad taste in my mouth. So I'm going to swap over to Topstep. I have not heard of them denying payouts. They have pretty clear and concise rules that are not changing, and they've been in business for a long time. So that's my goal, is going to try to build up these express funded accounts with Topstep, eventually scale up and try to get, up to 5, and then hopefully eventually go live. But yeah, I'm going to continue giving my overall, progress, and then just tips and tricks that I'd recommend that help me out, that, maybe some of you could benefit from, or examples that maybe you guys don't like, and then you can, stay away from it. So yep, always going to be fully transparent here. We finally have this express funded account with 150K for TopstepX. Going to continue using them. I will have some updates on like the overall, like how I like the platform, pros and cons, any issues, that kind of stuff. So if you found any of this useful, definitely stay tuned. Make sure to like and subscribe, and look forward to getting into some discussions in the comments.